you know, that's a little hard to sympathize with. But I'm pretty sure that you're still thinking, ooh la la. I sure as fuck would have thought ooh la la. But still, I feel more jealous when when something good happens to my friends than when I see something good happening to some celebrity. Like I don't give a shit. If something good happens to him, you know, that's fine, good for you. But I don't feel like I have to, you know, go to a corner and cry that I don't have the same things that he has. So yeah, I don't think the Dark Age scenario was at all the way to go. It was basically the options were basically between the Illuminati and the AI, which I still don't really understand, and I still don't know if I picked the right ending, which is why I love the ending of Deus Ex so much, because there's no other game.
I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
A vent on the roof. It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
Which has left me pondering if I had made the right decision in the end. Mass Effect 2, I guess, kinda did it when I chose to fuck up the machine thing. In retrospect, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. I don't know. We'll see in Mass Effect 3. Because at the time I thought, fuck it, we don't need this bullshit technology. We don't need the Reapers' help to fuck up the Reapers. I'm gonna do it on my own terms. But I mean, in real life, would I have done the same thing? You know, probably not. I probably would not have done it. I probably would have kept the technology to myself and not shared it with what was he called? Elusive Man? I think that was what he was called. Martin Sheen, the father of Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Pretty cool guy. I like Martin. No, wait. Oh no, it is the father. Phew. I thought I just... Okay, no, I mixed it up. I thought of Donald Summerland. No, Donald... Kiefer Sunber... Kiefer... Fuck! Fuck it. I've forgotten what the father and what the kid's name was. I mixed them up with them. Fuck it. Moving on. Speaking of greed, do you know who's really greedy? George Lucas. Holy shit, have you heard? He's... I mean, I'm in complete fucking... I definitely support his decision. He took the Blu-ray editions of the original Star Wars and he put in a bunch of shit that definitely was needed. Like, without it, the movies weren't whole. They weren't complete in my eyes. For example, in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, when the Emperor is lightning the shit out of Luke, now they've added Vader's no, so that when he's looking at his son getting electrified to death, he's saying no, and then he picks up the Emperor and then he's like no, and then he throws down the Emperor and he's like yes. And I mean, I thought it was such an amazing decision on George Lucas' part. I mean, because before then the scene didn't make any sense at all. I remember seeing those movies as a kid and I was like, oh, what is going on here? I don't get that. Why did they throw him down? Blah. But now it all makes sense. So thank you, George Lucas. Thank you for finally making sure that we are all on the same page. Thank you for just enlightening us with your infinitive sources of wisdom and knowledge. And I mean, it's just fantastic that you did this finally, because I've been wanting this for so long. Like, I can't believe it, he didn't think of this sooner, because we really needed this. No, for fuck's sake, what a stupid fucking decision! Why did he do that? Why? Why? Like, the scene flowed fine before. I mean, doesn't he get what makes Star Wars special? I mean, it's crazy. The guy who supposedly created Star Wars doesn't understand the whole point, the whole premise behind what makes Star Wars so amazing. We didn't need a fucking no to make the scene make it more coherent or make it more understandable. I mean, what are you saying, that people were like sitting there looking at it and then were thinking, wait, why did Vader just throw that at the Emperor? We don't get it. Maybe if he said something. In my eyes, him saying no is just George Lucas' way of flipping the finger to everybody, all the Star Wars fans, to cinema itself. It's his way of. And since everybody was complaining so much about how everybody was criticizing him for putting in the no and at the end of Revenge of the Sith, which was really fucking stupid there too. Like, I mean, oh god, my head hurts just thinking about it. Oh my god, like, could you believe that one of the most influential pieces of art that have touched the souls of so many people, that have inspired so many young kids, including me, when I first saw them back in, it was a long time ago, like 10 years ago, when I saw them all three. Like, they were equally good then as they were probably 20 years ago. I mean, it's insane. Where does his need come from to fuck it all up? Why? Just leave it alone. They work fine as they are. They don't need any of that shit. And they also redid that whole crate dragon sound, and they made the Ewoks. I wanted to say the Wampas, but or the Wonkas or the Wampa. Oh god, it's confusing me as hell. But yeah, they made the Ewoks blink. I mean, are you serious? Who gives a shit if they can blink or not? Oh god, like, oh shit. You see, this back to my original point. I mean, this is a guy who hated the studio system so much that he basically rebelled and said, no, you know what, I'm gonna do this on my own terms. He started his own production company, or his own special effects company, whatever. He set out to make a movie that he was really passionate about, and it became a hit. He rebelled against the system, and it's funny to me how greed has corrupted him so fucking much and blinded him that he has become the system. He doesn't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. Why the fuck did he what difference does it make if he says no or not? Well, it does make a fucking difference. He doesn't have to say it. That was what was so beautiful about that scene. We felt Darth Vader's pain. We didn't have to hear him say anything. We didn't have to see his facial expression. We felt it. We saw it in him. We saw it on his posture, the way he moved, the way he turned to the Emperor and then back to his son, and then he just picked up the Emperor and said, "I fucked up," and just threw his past, through all his shitty experiences, all his shitty memories down that fucking hole with the Emperor and just burned it all to fucking hell. And then he just felt free. Just free. And then George Lucas had to fuck it all up by putting some kind of no. I mean, that's. Mercy on his soul. That's all I have to say. I wonder if he, like, how he sleeps at night. Well, I'm pretty sure he sleeps very well on his bed made of money, and his coffee table made of money, and his sleeping pills made of money. So I don't think he's having any problems there. But I don't know. Creating such an inspiring piece of art, and then just completely fucking it all up, just for the sake of fucking it up. Like, when you're done with a piece of art, why not just leave it be? He said once, and I'm quoting him, paraphrasing, I'm not really sure how the quote goes, but he said, "Piece of art is never done, it's just abandoned." And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, sure, you can continue working on a piece of art forever, but the question is, does it need that to become more, to become better, to become more important, to become more relevant in cinema history. I don't know. I mean, when I'm done with something, I'm done with it. Period. Then there's a certain charm with looking back 10 years later on what you made and thinking, oh, this is something I could have done different, or this is a little out of place, out of context today, doesn't really make any sense, and seeing some really amazing scene and thinking, oh, this is timeless, I did a good job here. I mean, you don't, but why? I mean, you don't need to fucking change anything. You don't need to add anything. I mean, there's not a single movie I've watched that I've thought, oh, maybe if they had made it a little differently, it would have been better. No, it's fine as it is. If it's regardless if it's shit or not, which is totally subjective, by the way. I mean, there's a certain charm and certain appeal knowing that there's a collaborative amount of people who put in a collaborative effort to create this piece of art. This is theirs. Well, in the case of Star Wars, there were a lot of different people who made a collaborative effort that George Lucas later took all the credit for, which sucks. Sucks balls. I mean, but I guess that's life. It's not fair, but yeah, when I first heard that he'd put in the No, and I mean the crate dragon, he had changed the crate dragon's yelling and the Ewoks blinking, and I was just thinking, like, where does he what does he do with his spare time? Is this what he does? He like obsesses with dumb shit like this? Like, did he one day sit down and think, you know what, I think that I fucked up in the bar scene. I think that Han Solo shouldn't have shot first. Like, yes, he should have. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just another piece of characterization. That's beautiful. That gives him something. But yeah, he wanted to make it kiddie friendly, which is ridiculous. That's another thing he fucked up big fucking time on. I mean, Star Wars, I mean, I've never really gotten the impression that they were for kids, ever. I've always been under the impression that this is hardcore adult shit. You know, in between genocide and massacring entire people just because they stole your mother, and cutting off limbs and amputations and war and death and rising and accepting responsibility and overcoming fear, and you know, all that. I mean, that's not exactly kid issues. That's not exactly things that a 7-year-old goes around and thinks about. If he does, that's great. I guess that he's pretty fucking mature if he does that, but I feel like, damn, kid, chill out. You're missing out on some of the best years of your fucking life. When you're a child, enjoy being a child. Fuck you. Damn, wow, that's pretty hardcore. I mean, I didn't start thinking about those kind of things until I was like 14 or something. Until then, I was still playing with Lego and playing games and shit. Wow, how did I get to Lego from Deus Ex 1? It's pretty fucking impressive. But yeah, I just can't believe he changed. I mean, yeah. So, well, I'm still glad that I have the original VHS tapes from the special editions that he re-released before Phantom Menace was coming out. So I'm content. I mean, they're still a little fucked up. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're perfect. I'd rather have the special edition tapes than the fucking new Blu-ray bullshit. I mean, oh my god, I can't, like, no, it's crazy. I pity him. I pity him in so many ways. Actually, what? No, I fucking don't. I was lying. Of course I don't pity him. I fucking, out of